Madison McDonald is a 72% foul shooter. Abutea takes the bench. McDonald hits 1 of 2. Offensive rebound. Vincent back up with it. She walked. Robert Morris basketball. They've got Porter, Bradley, Ellie Crone, Stephanie House, and Tracy Osby on the floor right now. They've been very free with the substitutions. Off to the left side. Now a drive into the corner. Off the hands of Lacey Porter and out of bounds. Here comes Lauren Peters across the timeline, off on the right side. Peters over to the right, has Artis. Artis looking for some help, gets it to Morano. Morano over to the left. Madison McDonald now. Gets it to Peters. 12 seconds to go. They haven't gotten the ball inside the three-point arc yet. Lobbed into Vincent. Vincent up with it. No good. Good defense by Osby. And the Eagles take it away. Robert Morris has the ball, leading by 2. Off to the right side. Caught by Lacey Porter. She passes off to Brandy Bradley. Left side. Three-pointer for Crone. No good. And chased down by Artis. McDonald, the crossover to the basket. She's fouled. That's going to be the 6th foul on the Eagles. So both teams have reached their limit. And Tamara Abutea is getting set to check back in. Ave Maria sends somebody to the scorer's table as well as Madison McDonald gears up for her first foul shot. She misses. Abutea will replace Brandy Bradley. The substitute for Ave Maria is Amber Fraunfelter in for Ivanessa Vincent. Fraunfelter was a little banged up earlier, so it's good to see her get back out there. Second shot is good. 12-11. Robert Morris clutches on to a narrow lead as Cassandra Baker takes the ball on the right wing. Baker bounces to the left side, now in the lane. Osby, a jumper, falls in. Tracy Osby with a nice touch on that shot. And now a near steal for Baker, but McDonald gets it back across half court. She fires it to Artis, who knocks down a 3. Tie score, 14-14. Robert Morris basketball. Abutea on the left side, passes up top. Now at the foul line, it's Osby, the 6'1" center. Drives and is blocked by Morano. Loose ball picked up by Fraunfelter. Gyrene's on the move. It's McDonald on the left side, backing out. And they'll slow down the possession. There's a three-pointer, short. Out of the hands of Annie Artis. She thought she had another one on target, but a little bit short. Robert Morris ball, right side. Now at the top of the key, it's Baker. Back to Crone on the right wing. Crone looking inside, has Osby there. Osby is trapped in the corner, but she gives it up to a cutting Crone. Crone is called for an offensive foul as she spins into the paint and knocks down Fraunfelter. Amber Fraunfelter stands in there and takes the charge. 14-14, 9:33 to go. We'll take a quick break. You're watching live coverage of the 2014 USCAA Basketball National Championship hosted by Penn State Fayette on the Turbo Sports Group Network. Don't forget, you can purchase a video download of any contest from this week's national championships by heading to our website at www.turbosportsgroup.com. Make the order of the game film, and Turbo Sports will email you a link to download the game in full for yours to keep forever. We will have every game available in HD with full audio commentary. Again, that's on our website at www.turbosportsgroup.com. We're tied at 14 coming out of the timeout. A tight first half that has seen 5 ties and 2 lead changes. Ave Maria hasn't been on top in a while, but they've got the ball right now, and they can take the lead on this possession. Lauren Peters will inbound it, and she gets it into Madison McDonald. McDonald passes back to Peters. Peters against Abutea in the full court press, picks it up, and now has to get some help to get it across the timeline. She does. Gets it across to Annie Artis. Back out to McDonald. Deep three. Off the side iron. Rebounded by Tamara Abutea. Ahead to Bradley, and Bradley gets across half court, stripped from behind, but a foul coming up on Lauren Peters. And on Peters, that'll be number 1. It's the 8th on the team. A lot of players with 2 fouls right now for Ave Maria. Tamika Mora, Cassie Krieger, and Erin Murphy all have a pair. Ellie Crone and Marquicia Burns are both on the bench with 2 fouls right now for Robert Morris. Free throw rims out. Osby battles for the offensive rebound and pulls it in. Off to Baker. Baker with the drive. Runner against some defense. No good. Rebound by Peters, and she's fouled by Osby. That'll be Tracy Osby's first, and it'll send Lauren Peters to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Lauren Peters' first free throw is good. Give the lead back to the Gyrenes, 15-14. They've scored 6 unanswered points. Try to make it 7 right here. And they will. 16-14. Peters perfect from the line. Lauren Peters has her first 2 points of the game. On the left side for Robert Morris, it's Burns now getting it at the top of the key. Over to Abutea. Back to Burns. Abutea on the right wing. 11 on the shot clock. Looking inside, it's intercepted by Amber Fraunfelter. Here come the Gyrenes, led by Lauren Peters. Peters spins around one defender, sends it to the left elbow. And now a foul coming up. That was Madison Morano firing it inside to Fraunfelter, who draws the foul. It's called on Brandy Bradley. That's her second. So there are now 6 players overall with 2 fouls, and Bradley checks out. Ellie Crone back in. She'll play with her 2. Excuse me, this is not Ellie Crone. This is Haley Thompson, senior from Yuba City. Free throw is good. And scratch that. That's Madison Morano, number 32 for Robert Morris. Haley Thompson is number 32 for Ave Maria. I apologize for that error. Free throw is good from Amber Fraunfelter. And it's Robert Morris basketball. Down by 4 now. It's a 7-0 run for Ave Maria. Abutea loses the ball but gets it back and gives it up to Cassandra Baker. Baker guarded outside by Madison McDonald. Now in the corner, a trap, and it's taken away by McDonald through her hands. Baker picks up the loose ball. She drives, blocked by Thompson, gets it back, blocked by Thompson again. Robert Morris keeps it alive, but out of bounds with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Morano stepped on the baseline. We're going to get a timeout here called by Robert Morris, a 30-second timeout with 8:04 to go in the first half. Robert Morris trails by 4 as Brad Harmon calls time. Robert Morris, the financier. That was the nickname of the man that the school is named after. A notable figure in American history during the American Revolution from Britain. Robert Morris was actually a wealthy man who financed much of the war that liberated our country. And as a result of his efforts towards revolution, he has 2 schools named after him in the United States, 2 colleges. There's one right here in Pennsylvania. The other one is out in Illinois. Main campus is in downtown Chicago. This is their Springfield campus, trailing Ave Maria right now, 18-14. It is Ave Maria ball, and McDonald looking for Thompson, bounces it away, out of bounds. Turnover for Ave Maria. Robert Morris ball. Cassandra Baker has the ball on the right side for the Eagles. Across to the left, three-pointer for House, knocks it down. Stephanie House makes it 18-17 as Robert Morris hits just their second three-pointer of the game in 8 attempts. Ave Maria once again on offense. Artis will try to respond with a three, way off and out of bounds. Down by 1, Robert Morris can take the lead on this possession. Walking it across half court is Stephanie House. House picks up the ball and passes off to Cassandra Baker on the left side. Now Osby drives with the left hand, runner good. Beautiful drive by Tracy Osby to put the Eagles back in front. Here's Madison McDonald pulling up just outside the three-point line. She gives it up to Tamika Mora. Mora back in the game, playing with 2 fouls. This is Fraunfelter, driving with the left hand, lobs it in for Haley Thompson. Thompson back outside, Artis, another open three, not this time. Rebounded by Robert Morris is Madison Morano. Baker's got an open look from the corner. She misses a three. Neither team has shot the long ball well today. Madison McDonald nearly lost the ball. She dribbled it off of a teammate's foot but got it back. Off to the right side, Fraunfelter looking for Thompson inside, off her hand, out of bounds. Ave Maria has struggled to get the ball into Thompson when they've attempted to. That forces another turnover. And with 6:34 to go, Ave Maria has now committed 9 turnovers in the first half. Savannah Foreman checks in for the first time. Haley Thompson out for the Gyrenes. Abutea in the corner. She pulls it out to the wing. Now lobs inside for Osby. Osby jump stop in the paint, kicks it out. Stephanie House top of the key. Step in jumper is good. Nice fake to get Tamika Mora in the air, and House knocks down another jump shot. Stephanie House has 7 points. Make it 5 points for House. Fraunfelter with a drive, kicks it out to Artis. Artis now drives, runner is good as she gets a nice roll from the rim. Back to a 1-point game. It's been a tight one so far. Stephanie House, top of the key, passes inside for Osby. Osby shakes the defender, layup is in. Osby hits once again. She's got 8. And she leads all scorers with that number. Mora looking for Foreman at the free throw line, has her pass deflected and taken away. Lobbed ahead for Baker, layup, yes, and one. Big substitutions here. Krieger back in for Ave Maria. Ashley Ruse in for the first time. And Ivanessa Vincent checks back in as well. Missed shot. Rebound by Vincent. Knocked out of her hands and a foul called, I believe, on Tracy Osby. That'll be Osby's second. Ivanessa Vincent heads to the free throw line. No points so far today, 0 for 2 from the field. This is her first trip to the line. Vincent will get 2 shots. She's just a 49% shooter. And she misses on the first. Substitution for Robert Morris. Tracy Osby checks out. Madison Morano is back in. Vincent hits the second, 25-21 our score. Robert Morris with the lead and the ball. Off to the left side, House gets it back at the top of the key, guarded by Cassie Krieger. Playing with 2 fouls, trying to be careful. House throws it away, right into the hands of Foreman. Gyrenes basketball. Artis dribbling around the perimeter. She picks it up and gets rid of it to Krieger on the left wing. Krieger looks across, has Artis, long two. Yep. Annie Artis makes it a 2-point game, 25-23. Here's Cassandra Baker. 4:44 to go in the half. Off to House. House at the top, steps inside the three-point line and passes off to Baker. All the way across to Abutea, who soars up to pull that pass in. Gives it up to House. 7 on the shot clock. Baker will try a three. No good. Rebound to Krieger. Krieger ahead to Artis, and Artis will slow it down. The Gyrenes can tie or take the lead on this possession. Krieger, hassled by Baker, drives around her. Left-handed layup is good. And we're tied at 25. Robert Morris trying to recapture the lead. House dribbles it off her foot, picks up the loose ball, but heaves it out of bounds. Did Ave Maria touch it last? They did, it looks like. It'll be Robert Morris' ball out of the timeout. We're going to take a break. 3:58 to go, 25-25. You're watching live coverage of the 2014 USCAA Basketball National Championships hosted by Penn State Fayette on the Turbo Sports Group Network. Our score is 25-25. These two teams have remained tight throughout the first half. 4 minutes to play before our intermission, and it's Robert Morris' ball right now trying to break the tie. Stephanie House will be the inbounder for the Eagles. House looks to get it in, trying to find Abutea. It's knocked out of bounds by Ave Maria. 6 ties, 4 lead changes to this point. Leading scorer overall is Annie Artis with 9 points for the Gyrenes. There's a steal for Rue. She's taking it the other way into the paint. Can't hit, but an offensive rebound, and the putback is good for Ave Maria's Alana Ruswarski. Just into the game, scoring her first 2 points. Give the lead back to Ave Maria. At the top of the key, it's House looking inside. She's got somebody there. The shot no good for Morano. That one hung on the rim forever, did not fall, and now some trouble for Ave Maria. We're going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout, 3:27 to go in the first half. Ave Maria leads by 2. They'll have the ball out of the timeout. Approaching 2 o'clock here in the Eastern time zone. Game 2 going on right now. What will be 6 on this court. 5 other games going on over at the Maltho gym right now. They're in the middle of game 2. Warren Wilson versus Central Maine Community College. That's a consolation game in the men's Division II bracket. Let's take a look at the updated score of that game. It is Warren Wilson leading by 22 late in that contest. Winners from earlier today in the men's Division II bracket, it was Berkeley beating Central Penn in a consolation game. And in the one that matters to these two teams, Concordia beat Apprentice 75-70. Concordia will face the winner of this game in tomorrow's championship. Defensive foul called. That one's going to go against Tamara Abutea. And that is her first. Two shots here for Ave Maria. First one is good. That's the first point for Ashley Rue. Second shot up and good. She hits them both, and it's a 2-score lead for Ave Maria. Cassandra Baker on the left wing. Baker's had a slow start to today's game after putting on 23 last time around, but Stephanie House has not had a slow start. 3-pointer for her. She's got 8 points, and it's a 1-point margin now. Backcourt violation called on Ave Maria. Fraunfelter back in, Vincent to the bench. 3:02 to play, first half. Robert Morris trails by 1. They've got the ball. Morano gives it up to Porter. Lacey Porter passes off to Abutea on the right side. Now Cassandra Baker on the left wing. Baker's pass deflected and taken away by Ruswarski. Flying down the floor, Ruswarski is fouled hard. She'll head to the line for 2 shots. That's Cassandra Baker's second foul. Baker may have to sit the rest of the half. She's just 2 of 8 from the field for 7 points so far. First free throw is good. Ave Maria leads by 2. The team overall today is 10 for 15. Check that. They're 11 for 14 on their free throws. Now 11 for 15 as Ruswarski misses the second, but an offensive rebound for Fraunfelter. She puts it in and gets the foul. Big play from Amber Fraunfelter. And it's a 2-score lead again for Ave Maria. They can make it a 5-point game. That foul called on number 25, Lacey Porter, her first. Double bonus now for both teams. Fraunfelter hits on the free throw. Give Fraunfelter 5 points for the game. Robert Morris on the left side. This is House for 3. Air ball this time, out of bounds. House had hit 2 3-pointers earlier, got a good look that time, but missed it pretty badly. This is Ave Maria, and it's Annie Ortiz in control of the ball. Looking around, she gets it off to Ashley Ryu. Near half court. A drive to the left, she spins back to her right and passes to Fraunfelter on the right wing. And back up top now around to Ortiz. Ruswarski with 6 to shoot. Drives to the right side, throws it up, she's blocked. And here come the Eagles. 2-on-1 break for Robert Morris. Porter bounces it to Bradley, and Bradley finishes with the layup. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. This is Annie Ortiz driving with the left hand. Ortiz throws it up off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, Foreman can't finish. And Robert Morris takes over again. Bradley nearly carried it. Passes off to the left side to House. House drives with the right hand, lobbing inside, looking for Morano. Morano dishes it back out to Porter, in and out on the 3. Foreman comes down with the rebound. Just 90 seconds to play in the first half. They get it across half court to Annie Ortiz. And Ortiz will walk it off to the right. Off to the left side, Ruswarski. Ruswarski passes to the top of the key and Ryu. Over on the right side, Annie Ortiz. Ortiz throws it away, and chasing it down is Bradley. Bradley bounces to Abutea. She's fouled. Two shots coming up for Tamara Abutea. That's Ruswarski's first foul. Double bonus for Robert Morris. 1:05 on the clock. 3-point game. Abutea can make it 1. She's got just 1 point so far today. 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 0 of 4 from the field, all on 3-pointers. She hits the first free throw this time. 2 of 3 now in the game, and it's a 2-point deficit. Evanessa Vincent checks in, and Savannah Foreman heads out. Both free throws good for Abutea. 33-32 our score. This has remained a tight one. It looks like it will remain tight through the end of the first half. Ave Maria would like to add a few more to their lead, though, before the break. Annie Ortiz on the left wing. Walks off to the right. Picks it up and gives it to Ryu, who fell but got back up. Ryu through the legs. And now she picks it up, has to get rid of it, finds Artis. 7 to shoot. Artis driving to the left side, shovels it off, nearly taken away, out of bounds, going the other direction. Great defensive stand on that possession for Robert Morris, and they can now take the lead late in the first half. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. One would imagine that Robert Morris will eat up as much time as they can here. Gyrenes lead the Eagles. 24 seconds to go in the half. Porter holds, now gives it up to Bradley. Bradley at the free throw line finds House against a double team. House dribbles away from it. Fadeaway jumper off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound. Morano's shot. No, not good. Rebound by Fraunfelter, and she's fouled. That's a foul that Stephanie House certainly didn't want to commit. First of all, it's her second, which puts her in a little bit of trouble. Secondly, if there's no foul there, Fraunfelter has got 8 seconds to get all the way down the floor. Certainly there's plenty of time to get down to the other side, but you're probably not going to get off a good shot. Fraunfelter hits on the first free throw. Instead, she was able to walk leisurely down the floor and now get 2 free jumpers. Doesn't jump on the first free throw. Presumably she won't on the second as well, but she did hit it. 34-32. And she makes them both. 3-point game. Robert Morris has 8 seconds to get the final shot here. Down the floor is Porter. Off to the right side, and now Morano. Morano with 3 seconds travels. Ave Maria had a 1-point lead with 8 seconds left. If they can get a shot off here with 2.5 seconds remaining, they can turn it into a 5 or 6 point advantage. Into Ryu, she's not going to get a shot. So the first half will come to a close. It's a good one so far. 35-32, Ave Maria leads a back and forth first half. 20 minutes still to play. We'll have them for you in just a little bit. You're watching live coverage of the 2014 USCAA National Basketball Championships hosted by Penn State Fayette on the Turbo Sports Group Network. We're getting ready to start half number 2 here at Penn State University, Fayette. Terry Bonadonna with you on the call for this second semifinal game in the Division I Women's Tournament. Right now, Ave Maria from Florida leads Robert Morris from Illinois 35-32. Back and forth. First half, the score was tied 6 times. The lead changed hands 5 times. And neither side ever led by more than 5 points. Both teams at one point did possess a 5-point lead. Ave Maria was led in the first half by Annie Ortiz, who had 9 points on 4 of 10 shooting. The leader for Robert Morris was Stephanie House with 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Tracy Osby also had 8 on 4 of 5. Tracy Osby notwithstanding, the shooting has not been good in the first half of play here. Robert Morris is shooting 29% from the field, Ave Maria 32%. Three-pointers have been even worse, 23% for Robert Morris, 13% for Ave Maria, but one saving grace for the Gyrenes, and the big reason that they're in the lead right now, they've gotten to the free throw line 18 times and have shot those very well, hitting 14 of them. Robert Morris is 9 of 14 from the line. This game was awfully even in the first half. In most statistical categories, rebounds were dominated by Ave Maria, 32-21, but it did not result in a lot of second chance points, 7. However, that's a lot more than Robert Morris had. They didn't have any. 13 turnovers for Ave Maria, 9 for Robert Morris, so both teams need to do a better job holding onto the ball in the second half. But the rebounds is one thing I'm interested in looking at in the second half. You look at 2 players, Marquicia Burns and Cassandra Baker. The 2 of them combined to average 18 rebounds per game over the course of this season. For Robert Morris, in today's first half, they have a combined total of 3. Marquicia Burns, who picked up 2 early fouls and sat 16 of the 20 first half minutes, has not scored and has not picked up a rebound, I should say. She's got 3 points, but on no field goals. She's over 3 from the field, 3 for 4 on free throws. Ave Maria will start with their 5 starters on the floor. We haven't seen a whole lot of their 5 starters. A few of them in foul trouble, but they're out there with 2 fouls now, including Cassie Krieger, who's got the ball right now. Tamika Mora also has 2 fouls, and she's playing with that. 5 starters are on the floor for Robert Morris as well, including Marquicia Burns, who, again, we didn't see much of in the first half. Mora misses on the runner off the glass. And we're underway in half number 2 as Ave Maria comes up empty on their first possession. Robert Morris basketball for the first time here in the second. It's Burns passing off to the right side, and Crone now across to Abutea. Back to Burns. She'll drive to the right, pick up her dribble, dish inside to Baker. Baker can't connect off the glass, and Krieger comes down with the rebound. Cassandra Baker, 2 of 9 from the field right now. She averages 19 points a game. She's got 7. Tamika Mora trying to get the handoff from Ortiz, but it's taken away by Abutea instead. Sent ahead to Baker. And now back around to the top of the key. House will try a 3 and hit it. Tie game. Stephanie House has the first 3 points of the second half, and it's 35-35. Cassie Krieger taking over the point guard duties for the Gyrenes. Off to the right side. Ortiz swung around to the left, and Cassie Krieger again. Now Fraunfelter with a drive, scoop shot, good off the backboard. Good drive for Amber Fraunfelter. She's got 9 points. That ties her for a game high. Stephanie House walks off to the right, guarded by Krieger. She picks up her dribble, and now reach in. We're going to get a held ball. Stay in here. Amber Fraunfelter reached in, joining with Cassie Krieger on a double team. House to inbound from the baseline. Lobs it in for Burns. Not a great pass, but she grabs it. Stripped by Mora. Burns gets it back. Now the ball is loose on the floor. Burns chases it down all the way back near the half-court line. But she throws it away. Ball loose again, and another tie-up. This time it's going the other way. Crone and Mora were in on that one. A sloppy pass from Burns is what set it up. Abutea will put on a light press. Ave Maria has no problem getting away from that. Mora just gave the ball up to Cassie Krieger. Fraunfelter, beautiful pass to Artis, who can't finish on the layup. Here come the Eagles. Sandra Baker off to the right side. This is Crone, back to Baker. Baker looking inside, pass deflected by Fraunfelter. Loose ball picked up by Tamika Mora, and a foul called on Tamara Abutea. Scratch that. That foul's on Stephanie House. House whistled for her third. Team's first. Ave Maria has the ball with a 2-point lead. Bounced off to Fraunfelter. Drive, layup, no good. And it's rebounded by House. Almost lost it out of bounds, but Robert Morris stays with it. Baker drives around Mora. Into the lane. Runner is good. Nice touch on that shot from Baker. She's got 9 points. And we're tied again, 37-37. Here's Cassie Krieger across half court. Off to the right. This is Artis. Artis is past a Fraunfelter, deflected. Taken away by Robert Morris amidst a jumble of bodies. Here's Baker on the other end. Layup is good. Baker scored 4 straight, erased a 2-point deficit, and turned it into a 2-point lead for the Eagles. Baker loses the ball for a moment. Some of the fans called for a double dribble, didn't get it. Mora with the runner off the back iron, does not go. Rebound to Burns, and Robert Morris on the move once again. Quick start to the second half for Robert Morris. 3-pointer, actually it's a 2, no good from Baker, and a loose ball foul called against, I think, Abutea. Or is this one going to go against Ave Maria? It's not on Ave Maria. It is on Robert Morris, but it's not Abutea. It's Ellie Crone. Abutea is probably getting mad at me. I keep giving her fouls that are on somebody else. Tamika Mora will inbound. 2-point deficit now for the Gyrenes. Cassie Krieger across the timeline. Walks off to the right side, crosses back to the left. Picks up her dribble, tries to lean forward with a shot, but it's blocked by House. Ball loose, out of bounds, last touched by Ave Maria. Stephanie House walks it slowly across midcourt and passes to her right. Crone gives a good screen to Bradley, but Bradley throws it away. Picked up by Tamika Mora. Back to Artis. On the right side, this is Aaron Murphy. Murphy's had a quiet game so far. Takes a dribble to her right and gives it up to Tamika Mora. Vincent inside, off the glass, no. Rebounded by the Eagles. Bradley lobs it ahead for Abutea. Back to Bradley. She thought about the 3, instead she'll step in and take a 2-pointer, no good. Rebound tapped out, still loose, and it'll roll all the way out of bounds on the other side of the floor. Last touch by the Eagles. Substitution for Ave Maria. Madison McDonald is coming in. And Cassie Krieger will check out. Robert Morris as well makes some changes. Crone and House to the bench. Porter is in, as is Osby. Tamika Mora working on Abutea, throws it away but gets it back off the deflection. Mora this time bounced it off of Abutea, and again it's deflected right back to her. On the runner, she misses too hard off the glass. Rebound tapped into the hands of Robert Morris. Nice save by Burns. She keeps it alive to Osby ahead. Osby takes a step in, kicks it into the corner. 3-pointer for Porter, short. Rebound to Artis. Still a 2-point Robert Morris lead. They got off to a fast start this half. It has slowed down for both sides. Left side, Murphy. Gives it up top to Evanessa Vincent. Now McDonald. Starts a drive and pulls out. To a cutting Artis. She gets it back out with 5 on the shot clock. Deep 3. McDonald can't connect. Rebounded by Bradley. Bradley flying down the floor for the Eagles. Trying to score in transition. She bounces it into Osby. Blocked from behind. And a held ball called. It'll stay with Robert Morris, and we will have the continuation of their possession after this timeout. 14-16 to go. Robert Morris leads Ave Maria 39-37. This game remains neck and neck. You're watching live coverage of the 2014 USCAA Basketball National Championships hosted by Penn State Fayette on the Turbo Sports Group Network. .16 to go in today's game. Robert Morris Springfield leads Ave Maria 39-37, and the Eagles have the ball underneath the Gyrenes basket as they try to open up a two-possession lead. Inside, House going up, blocked from behind, but an offensive rebound, and Osby puts it back up and in. Fraunfelter had the block, but Osby has what counts, the 2 points. The score is Robert Morris 41, Ave Maria 37. Ave Maria hasn't scored in nearly 5 minutes. 18:32, their last field goal. Drive for McDonald, and she erases that drought with a layup from the left side. 41-39. Bradley passes off to Abutea, drives down the lane, throws it away, intercepted by Ivanessa Vincent. Ahead to Tamika Mora. Mora chased down from behind by Abutea. Trying to get it to a cutting Fraunfelter. The pass is picked off by Osby. Osby taking it down the floor herself, poked out from behind by Vincent. And the Gyrenes take it the other way again. 2-on-1 going forward. It's McDonald against House, off the glass and in. Tie ball game. Let's see if Robert Morris tries to control things by slowing it down a little. House will take a beat. Pass off to the right side before getting it back. Now at the foul line, it's Osby. Her pass deflected. Loose ball picked up by Baker. Drives and is fouled. Cassandra Baker has 11 points. Tied with Stephanie House for the game high, and she can add to it from the free throw line right now. That's Aaron Murphy's, actually Amber Fraunfelter's second foul. Baker misses on the first free throw. She's 2 of 4 on the night. That was just the first foul of the half on Ave Maria, who calls on Lauren Peters for the first time this half. Second free throw is good. 1 point lead for Robert Morris. Ellie Crone is back in for the Eagles, who now put on a full court press. Madison McDonald looking for some help. She gets it to Artis, who gives it right back to McDonald, stripped, but McDonald gets it back before shoveling it backwards to Annie Artis. Artis to the right, pass deflected, out of bounds. Nice job by Lacey Porter jumping that pass and knocking it away. It'll stay with the Gyrenes, 15 on the shot clock. And the pass goes into Madison McDonald. McDonald bounces it to Peters. Peters looking inside. I'm not sure who she was throwing it to. Sailed out of bounds. I think she was trying to send it to a cutting Vincent. Fraunfelter was also in the neighborhood, but neither one was able to bring in that errant pass. Ave Maria's 17th turnover of the game. Porter up to House. Off to the left side. Abutea back to House. Now swung around into the corner. Burns send it back out to House. Porter thought about the three. Instead, she'll jump in. Jump shot misses short. Rebound brought in by Artis, who saves it before falling out of bounds. Ahead to McDonald. McDonald drives inside the three-point arc. To the basket, no on the layup. Nice drive, couldn't finish, and now a strip and a steal. Fraunfelter stole it. Now it's a three-pointer, and it goes for Annie Ortiz. Just the second three-pointer that has fallen all game for Ave Maria. They're 2 for 10. Both threes have come from Ortiz. Drive from Baker, she loses it. Loose ball and a tie-up. We're going the other way. Ellie Crone checks in. And Porter will check out for the Eagles. Fraunfelter to inbound with 11:43 to go in the game. Ave Maria has a 2-point lead. Peters has it stolen by Crone. Crone and Abutea going forward. It'll be Crone to the basket for the tie. 44-44, a steal and a hoop for Crone. Peters across to Madison McDonald. They do get it across half court this time. McDonald bounces inside for Vincent. It's knocked away, and Vincent stepped on the baseline as she tried to keep it in balance for her team. Going the other way. Brandy Bradley is back in. Ellie Crone back out. Brad Harmon, coach of Robert Morris, really shuffling his players right now, keeping Crone especially fresh, getting her in and out. Abutea up top to House, lobbed into the free throw line to Baker. Now it's Abutea, open three, yes! Abutea knocks one down, her 5th attempt of the game, her first that she's connected on. It's 47-44 Robert Morris. Mora off to the left and McDonald. Fraunfelter passes on an open three, drives instead and misses on the layup. Offensive rebound for Vincent. Out to Ortiz, long two, good. And a strong answer for Ave Maria as they're back to within 1. Baker off to Abutea. Back to Baker. Under 20 on the shot clock. This is Burns. Back to the top of the key and Baker. Swinging it around the perimeter. The Eagles have not made a move inside yet. Now they do. Baker, pull-up jumper. Got it. Cassandra Baker makes it 49-46. Here come the Ave Maria women down by 3 with 10 minutes to play. Picked up by Ortiz. She has to get rid of it. And finds Fraunfelter. Taken away by Baker, but a foul called. And that'll lead into our next timeout. 9:55 to go in the second half. It's Robert Morris 49, Ave Maria 46. We've got a good one. Winner goes to the championship. Loser goes home. You're watching live coverage of the 2014 USCAA Basketball National Championships hosted by Penn State Fayette on the Turbo Sports Group Network. Don't forget, you can purchase a video download of any contest from this week's national championships by heading to our website at www.turbosportsgroup.com. Make the order of the game film, and Turbo Sports will email you a link to download the game in full for yours to keep forever or for as long as you'd like. We'll have every game available, all of them in high definition, and all with full audio commentary. Again, that's our website at www.turbosportsgroup.com. 9:55 to go. Second half. This entire second half has been played within 1 possession in either direction. The largest lead in the entire game has been 5 points. You will not find 2 more evenly matched teams than these two have been today. Leading scorers, Cassandra Baker with 14 points for Robert Morris and Annie Ortiz with 14 for Ave Maria. It is the Gyrenes ball out of the timeout. Mora throws it off to Ortiz, who looks to get it up top. Nobody there. Ortiz having some trouble, finally finds Tamika Mora again. Abutea with some good D on her. Off to the left side, McDonald. McDonald to a cutting Aaron Murphy. Turn around in the paint, no good. Rebound battled for, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Robert Morris. But there is an injured Eagle on the play. Ellie Crone down on the floor, looks to be experiencing some discomfort. They will help her out, and hopefully she's able to continue here. 9:33 to go. Fresh shot clock for the Gyrenes when they inbound it again. Inbounds play coming from Aaron Murphy. Murphy finds Mora on the right wing, guarded by Abutea. Mora will step back and take the three, missing it wide to the left. Robert Morris takes it the other way. They can add to their three-point lead here. This is Burns passing it back to Stephanie House. House holds it outside, looking for that screen from Crone. She gets it, but picks up her dribble, and an offensive foul called on Stephanie House. That is House's fourth foul and the fourth on the team. She'll have to leave the game, and Lacey Porter is back in. Against a full court press, Aaron Murphy inbounds it to Madison McDonald. McDonald across the timeline, passes off to the right. Mora up top, long three for Artis, no good. She was looking for that tie. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Fraunfelter. Robert Morris basketball. Under 9 to play. This is Abutea, right back to Porter, and swung around to the right side to Bradley. Now on the left side. Burns on the drive. Against a double team, she's fouled. Marquicia Burns heads to the free throw line for the third time today. She's 3 of 4 on her first 2 trips. That's Aaron Murphy's third foul. Just the second on the team. Burns has 3 points tonight. She misses on the first free throw. Both teams have gone through a bit of a scoring drought the last couple of minutes. Mora checks out, Krieger back in for the Gyrenes. Crone to the bench, and Osby on the floor for the Eagles. Second shot good. She hits 1 of 2. 4-point lead for Robert Morris. This is their largest lead of the second half. Madison McDonald drives to the left, kicks it out to Krieger. Krieger drives to her right, picks up the ball, now has to get rid of it. Finds Murphy inside, misses on the layup, and it's rebounded by Robert Morris. Here comes Burns. Burns bounces it out to Abutea. Krieger on the tight defense, swung around to the left side. Bradley into the corner for Burns. Outside Abutea. Fakes the three, drives in, jumper no good from 2-point range, offensive rebound. Burns puts it back up, no good, and the rebound tapped into the hands of Madison McDonald, cleared by the Gyrenes. Down by 4. Ave Maria looking to cut this to a one-possession game. Inside, Artis misses from point-blank range. Murphy does the same after getting the rebound. Here come the Eagles. On the move, it's Abutea getting the pass from Porter, and timeout will be called by Robert Morris head coach Brad Harmon. 7:48 to go in this one, 50-46 our score. Robert Morris has the lead over Ave Maria. This game has gone back and forth. We've seen 10 ties, we've seen 8 lead changes, and we've never seen any team up by more than 5 points. It's been an entertaining game, it's been a well-played game, and it's been an incredibly evenly matched game. For Ave Maria, who also competes, aside from the USCAA, in NAIA Division II basketball, this is just round 1 tournament-wise for them. They'll be heading to Iowa next week to begin the NAIA National Tournament. On Wednesday, they have an 8 seed in that 32-team tournament. They're going to be facing number 1 seed Davenport, and they actually found that out while they were here. So while competing for one championship, they heard about the seedings for a next championship run, potentially. Robert Morris and Ave Maria battling for the right to take on Concordia. In the next round, Concordia of Alabama, earlier today with a 5-point win over the Apprentice School, clinched their second trip in 3 years to the national championship. That game will be played tomorrow afternoon. 50-46, Eagles lead out of the timeout. 23 on the shot clock as the inbounds pass comes to Porter. Lacey Porter off to the right side. Passes to Baker, back over to Porter. Top of the key, Abutea. Now Baker again, lobs it in. Osby outside to Abutea, down to 9 to shoot. Burns on the baseline. 6 seconds on the shot clock. One hard dribble, up and a foul. Burns right back to the free throw line where she hit 1 of 2 attempts just a minute ago. No good on the first shot. Now 4 of 7 from the line today. Other winners today on the men's side, Warren Wilson and Berkeley, New Jersey won their Division II consolation games. Second free throw good, so she hits 1 of 2 once again. At halftime, Penn State Fayette in the women's D2 bracket leads Maine Augusta 40-20 in the consolation game. Here it's a 5-point lead for Robert Morris, matching their largest of the game. They were last up by 5 at the 5:25 mark of the first half. Now with 7 minutes to play in the second half, they have a 5-point lead again. McDonald is hacked on her way to the hoop. 2 free throws coming up for Madison McDonald. McDonald's a 72% free throw shooter. In today's game, she's gone 2 of 4 and has 8 points total as she hits the first free throw. Substitution for Robert Morris. Ellie Crone in. Cassandra Baker out. In and out on the second. And it will remain a 4-point lead for Robert Morris. 51-47. They've got the ball, but their leading scorer is on the bench in foul trouble. Abutea has it in the corner, gets it back from Bradley. Now up top to Porter. Against this 2-3 zone defense, it's passed to the left side, and Bradley drives the lane. Her pass deflected and taken away by Vincent and Krieger, respectively. Krieger across half court to Ortiz. Now on the left wing, three-pointer McDonald, no good. Battling for the rebound offensively, it's brought in by Fraunfelter, but she misses the putback. Vincent comes away with the offensive rebound, but throws it away. Now we've got a tie-up, and it's going to Robert Morris. The offensive struggles continue for Ave Maria. They have had a tough go of things lately. They hit a free throw, but haven't hit a field goal in several minutes. Off on the right side, now lobbed in for Osby. She loses it out of bounds, last touched by the Gyrenes. Inbounder will be Bradley, and she lobs it in with 19 on the shot clock. Across court to Abutea. Now inside, Burns, her pass intercepted by Ivanessa Vincent. Nice defensive play and way to hold her ground as well and avoid a travel. Looked like she was going to fall over for a moment. Madison McDonald holds on the left side. She spins into the lane, picks it up, gives it to Vincent. Yes, on the layup. Off of a fantastic pass from McDonald. It's a 4-point game. Make it a 2-point game now. 51-49. Abutea off to the right. Back to Abutea. Now in the corner, Burns. Burns lobs it all the way across court. In the paint, it's Osby, stripped, but a foul. Just the 4th team foul on Ave Maria. This will not result in free throws. That is, however, Amber Fraunfelter's 4th foul. That's a big one. Looks like she's going to check out. Aaron Murphy comes back in. Trying to get it into Osby. It rolls out of her hands and intercepted by the Gyrenes. Here's McDonald on the left wing, driving to the basket. Layup good. Tie game. 51-51. 5 straight points scored by Ave Maria. And it's tied up. 5:22 on the clock. Timeout called by Robert Morris. They'll talk things over before heading out for their next possession. They've seen a 5-point lead disappear in short order. Ave Maria will talk things over on their sideline with head coach Bob Batson and assistants Kelly Bucas and Betty Batson. In case you're wondering what a gyrene is, you're probably not alone. The nickname of Ave Maria University, as far as I can tell, they're the only school in the country who uses that as their nickname, based on my cursory research. A gyrene is a slang term for a Marine, I recently discovered. Soldiers are often, of course, called GIs. I guess back in World War II, Marines didn't like that. They liked to be called Marines, so they combined the two, called them gyrenes. And here we have some basketball players called gyrenes from Ave Maria University in Florida. And they're tied with Robert Morris. Off to the left side, it's Burns, giving it up to Porter. Porter at the top of the key, 15 to shoot. Inside, Osby posting up, backs it out. Three-pointer from Porter is good. Lacey Porter gives the lead back to the Eagles. 54-51, under 5 minutes to play. Off to the left side, into the hands of McDonald. Now top of the key, Vincent. Artis for the tie, yes! 54-54. Anything you can do, I can do better. Both of these teams have said to each other all afternoon. One team scores, the other one responds, and that's the way we've gone for the last hour and a half. Now the game is to be decided in the final 4.5 minutes, tied up still. Out of bounds, knocked out by Ave Maria. It'll be Robert Morris basketball with 14 on the shot clock after the break. Timeout on the floor. 4:28 to go. Tied up 54-54. You're watching the semifinals of the Division I Women's Basketball Tournament, the USCAA Basketball National Championships on the TSG Network. Robert Morris basketball out of the timeout. It's lobbed into Baker in a tie game. There's 12 seconds on the shot clock. The pass into the paint is knocked away and stolen by Ave Maria. Tamika Mora in possession now as Ave Maria tries to take the lead back. We've already seen 8 lead changes in this game. It's been a while, though, since the Gyrenes have been in front. At the top of the key, Mora looking for Artis, knocked away, out of bounds, last touched by Ellie Crone of Robert Morris. Ave Maria last led at 44-42. That was 8 minutes ago, game time. Drive from McDonald into the paint. She picks up her dribble and gets rid of it to Artis. Right back to McDonald on the left wing. 4 to shoot. McDonald drives. Runner is no good. Rebound battled for. I think we're going to get a held ball, and it'll stay here with Ave Maria. The Gyrenes went on a long scoreless drought, but they have recovered from that. And now Robert Morris is in a similar scoring drought. Inside pass to Erin Murphy right off the inbounds play. She puts it in to give the lead back to Ave Maria. Well, as they've been able to do all afternoon, can Robert Morris respond again here? Right side, this is Abutea. Tamara Abutea passes it off to Burns. Burns on the right elbow, gives it up to Baker. Baker's been quiet of late. In the corner, House for three, got it! Robert Morris on top 57-56. Stephanie House hits her fourth three-pointer of the day. She's only missed one. She's got 14 points. McDonald to Murphy. Murphy for the lead. No good. And a loose ball foul called on Ave Maria. (57-56). Robert Morris Springfield ahead of Ave Maria. And a substitution here. Fraunfelter in for Evanessa Vincent. Vincent checks out with 3 points and 6 rebounds. Robert Morris approaching 3 minutes on the clock. Holds on to the narrowest possible lead. Stephanie House at the top of the key. Gets it into the free throw line to Burns. Lobs it in further. Deflected, but Ellie Crone chases it down. House at the top once again. Picks up her dribble, and now she's trapped. Against the double team, she coughs it up. Aaron Murphy there for the steal. Ave Maria can take the lead. Mora off to the right. It's McDonald now. She didn't start, but she's been on the floor most of the second half, having a very nice game. Mora backing down on Abutea. The point guard's turnaround is no good. Offensive rebound, but a foul called. It's a loose ball foul on Robert Morris, I believe on Ellie Crone. If it is on Crone, that'll be her fourth. And there's a shaken up Gyrene. Still just the sixth on Robert Morris Springfield, so neither team is yet in the bonus, but Ave Maria will move into there on the next foul against the Eagles. So free throws can still play a big factor in this game. Fraunfelter was a little shaken up, but she is okay, and it looks like she'll remain in the game. 2 minutes, 31 seconds remain in today's semifinal contest. I think there might be a missing contact down there somewhere. It looks like that's exactly what the case is. This is day 3 of the tournament. Basketball nonstop since 10 o'clock Wednesday morning. And we've seen some great games here at this gym, at Maltho, across the campus. A fantastic week of basketball, but of all the games that there have been, and I believe there have been 4 that have hit overtime, a few others that have gone down to the wire, this one has been just as good as any of them. We've had 13 ties. We've had 10 lead changes. Neither side has led by more than 5 points at any time tonight. And aside for about a minute and a half stretch, this entire second half has been played within one possession in either direction. Fantastically entertaining. Inbounds pass goes to McDonald. Ave Maria down by 1. McDonald with the runner, scores, and the Gyrenes are in front once again. Robert Morris will try to respond, trailing by 1 now. Abutea on the right wing. Now Baker drives to the left. Beautiful first step, so quick. And she gets to the basket. Robert Morris in front again. 59-58. Just about 2 minutes to go. McDonald for the response. Yes! McDonald and Baker going head-to-head, and Ave Maria is back up by 1. Stephanie House will slow it down a bit. House passes off to Burns on the left. Back up top to House. 20 on the shot clock, under 2 minutes to go in the game. This is Burns lobbing it into Baker, knocked away by Mora. Out of bounds, last touched by Ave Maria. 13 on the shot clock as the Eagles will get it back in. 1:42 to go in the game. Stephanie House receives the ball from the official and has 5 seconds to get it in. She fires to Ellie Crone. Now Abutea on the right side. Picks up her dribble and passes off to House. Pass was a little high, but House brought it in. Steps inside the three-point line, out to Baker. Baker, another quick first step. Short jumper, no good, and it didn't hit the rim. That's a shot clock violation, or do we have a foul? A foul called on Ave Maria. The foul was on the shot. It did not hit the rim. I think Bob Batson might be arguing right now that it's a shot clock violation. There should be no foul. But the foul came in before the shot was off. And she did get the shot off in time. So with 1:28 to go in regulation, Cassandra Baker, 20-point per game scorer who had a rough shooting night for most of the game, is at the line with a chance to give her team the lead. She's got 14 points, and she's 3 of 5 so far from the line. First free throw rattles out. So the best she can do now is tie the score. Crone checks out, Bradley back in for the Eagles. Baker is a strong free throw shooter, but she misses them both. And a foul called on the rebound will send Ave Maria to the line on the other end. Bradley on the foul. She got Fraunfelter, and Amber Fraunfelter will get a 1-and-1 on the other side of the floor. 1:27 now on the clock. 1 second ticked off during that rebound, and we've got a timeout called by the Gyrenes. They lead by 1, getting late here. We've got a full timeout. We'll be back with action in just a moment. Don't forget, you can keep up with every piece of the action from this year's national championships on our social media platforms. Follow us on Facebook or get instant updates and news on our Twitter handle, and connect with us at Turbo Sports, TOURBEAUSPORTS. You can also use the hashtag USCAA on TSG, and hopefully I don't have to spell that one out, to interact with us during the games. Turbo Sports on Facebook and Twitter. Another full day of activity today. The first semifinal featured Concordia of Alabama defeating the Apprentice School 75-70 to move into the national championship game. They'll take on the winner of this hotly contested battle. After this one, we've still got 4 more games to be played on this arena. As soon as this one ends, the men's tournament will take over for a little while. First, we've got Andrews versus Penn State York in the men's Division II semifinal that is. Followed by Penn State Beaver and Penn State Monte Alto. So there's going to be at least one Penn State team and possibly 2 in the Division II semifinals tomorrow for the men's side. Those 2 games coming up after this. That first game will take place approximately 20 minutes following the conclusion of this one. First free throw from Fraunfelter, no good, but an offensive rebound. Artis puts it back up, no, and the rebound goes out to Robert Morris. Bradley takes it the other way. Robert Morris trails by 1. They can take the lead right here. Baker down the baseline around Murphy. Layup, yes. Robert Morris back on top. Here come the Gyrenes. Flying down the floor is McDonald to the hoop. Layup not this time. Rebounded by Bradley. Bradley lobs it ahead, and Baker is all alone for a layup. Got it. Robert Morris leads by 3, and we've got another timeout called by Ave Maria. In just the 28 seconds that went from the last timeout to this one, things have fallen apart from Ave Maria. They had a 1-point lead and a shooter at the free throw line. Now 28 seconds later, they're down by 3. They do have the ball, though. Obviously, there's plenty of time, and they don't need a 3 to tie right away, but if you're looking at 3-point shooters, they only have 1 who's made one today. Annie Artis is 3 for 7. The rest of the team is a combined 0 for 8. 3-point shooting on the season has been a strong suit for Ave Maria, though. They shoot them at 33%. Mora can make them. Aaron Murphy has been known to knock a few down. We got a few other players with high percentages, but who we haven't seen it all in the second half. Mora will inbound it, and she gets it into Artis. Robert Morris, with the 3-point lead, has a full court press. Artis working on Baker, picks up her dribble and passes off to Mora. Mora drives by the timeline, and now on the left wing, drives with the layup and gets the roll. Pretty layup from Tamika Mora. Robert Morris just by 1 now. Off to Burns. Burns up top to House. Now swung around into the hands of Baker, back to House. 15-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ave Maria needs a stop. Robert Morris by 1. This is House at the top of the key with 9 to shoot. Off to the left side, Crone. Crone into the corner for Baker. Baker back up top, House. 4 to shoot. Has to throw up a 3, and she's fouled. Bad foul from Tamika Mora. She hit the big shot on the other end, but makes the mistake here. And House will get 3 shots from the free throw line. .6 seconds on the clock, and if House makes all of these, we'll have a 2-possession game. She hits on the first. Cannot connect on the second, so it will still be a 1-possession game following this next shot. Crone checks back in for Burns. Stephanie House is 4 of 6 from the free throw line today. A 75% shooter from there. She makes just 1 of 3. Still a 2-possession game. Vincent loses the ball. Diving on it, Fraunfelter. Held ball. Or did we get a timeout first? We got a timeout. And that is huge for Ave Maria because the possession arrow was facing Robert Morris. So we got a timeout here. Ave Maria will have the ball coming out of it with 15 seconds to go, down by 2. And this gets interesting. Who gets the ball right here? Annie Artis is the leading scorer today with 17 points, but Ave Maria doesn't really have a go-to shooter. Typically that works out best for a team when you've got so many different players that you can give the ball to. But in a spot like this, it would pay off to have that one clutch shooter who you know can step up and hit the big play. Does Ave Maria have the player who can do that? We're about to find out. Turbo Sports is the official videographer of the USCAA and all their national championships. TSG provides players, families, and fans with a chance to capture highlights from any major events by creating custom player highlight reels. Learn more online at www.turbosportsgroup.com. With 15 seconds to go, Ave Maria needs a basket, and they will face a full-court Robert Morris press. Tamika Mora will be the inbounder, and she gets it into Fraunfelter. Hand it off to McDonald. 12 seconds to go. McDonald on the drive, down the baseline. She stepped on the line. We're going the other way. McDonald with the drive, tried to throw it back outside, but she stepped on the line. Huge gaff right there at the biggest moment. Robert Morris gets it in. And now they need a foul. There will be a foul on Brandy Bradley. Bradley will get a 1-and-1 here. She can put this game away by making these 2 shots. Brandy Bradley with 2 huge shots coming up. She's the best free throw shooter on the team. She's only missed 5 of them all year, 20 for 25. I should correct myself. She's missed 6 all year because she did miss 1 today. She's 20 for 26 on the year. Front end of the 1-and-1 is good. If Bradley can do that one more time, her Robert Morris Eagles, in all likelihood, will be headed to the championship tomorrow against Concordia. Timeout called by Robert Morris. They'll talk over the defense that they want to use if Bradley misses this shot. This game has been tight throughout. It's been played within 5 points in either direction the entire way. We've seen more than 15 ties, more than 10 lead changes, and it all is going to come down to this free throw right here for Brandy Bradley. Coming out of the timeout, if she can hit it, Robert Morris for the first time will be on their way to the championship. Concordia of Alabama, with a 5-point win earlier today, is already waiting around to find out who they will be playing. I haven't seen Concordia in the gym here, so I don't believe they're on hand to watch this game in person. But you know they're getting ready for both of these teams, and it's going to be a fight either way. These 2 teams have been neck and neck all the way. Ave Maria and Robert Morris, 2 strong foes going head to head. Neither side really the better today. But Bradley has a chance to make sure that Robert Morris is better on the scoreboard at the end of it. 5.8 on the clock. Probably not enough time for 2 scores for Ave Maria. Can she hit the second? She does. And Robert Morris is up by 5 with 5.8 to go. Mora off to Artis. 4 seconds on the clock. Gives it back to Mora. Long-range bomb at the buzzer does not go. And Robert Morris celebrates on the floor. They're on their way to the championship tomorrow afternoon. Robert Morris outlasts Ave Maria in a fantastic battle between 2 even opponents. And this is one of those games that you're sorry to see end. Final score 66-62. Robert Morris, Springfield with the win over Ave Maria. Great tournament for Ave Maria, but they will go down in the semifinals. Robert Morris on their way to the championship tomorrow. It was Bradley with the final free throws to put Robert Morris over the edge, and a great team effort for the Eagles. Baker led the team in scoring. But again, a full team effort. Stephanie House had the big shots at the end, hitting the free throw after she was fouled shooting in the final minute. And credit goes all around to these Eagles players on their victory. And congratulations as well as they move on to the finals tomorrow afternoon. That's going to do it for this one, though. We've got several more games coming up on this arena. Stick around with Turbo Sports all day. We will have games on turbosportsgroup.com. Coming up next, the men's Division II semifinals. And the next game will feature Penn State York coming up next against Andrews. That'll be the next game. Stick around with us all day for fast-paced USCAA basketball action. Final again from this one, Robert Morris Springfield 66, Ave Maria 62. This is Terry Bonadonna saying goodbye for now. You've been listening to live coverage of the 2014 USCAA Basketball National Championships hosted by Penn State Fayette on the Turbo Sports Group Network.